So what was it like being a juror in Cannes, Dylan?
It was fantastic, Patrick. It was a really great experience. I found the European judges to be particularly refreshing, and I think that Europe is really producing some excellent work. So it was a great experience. Actually, one of probably the disappointments from the judging was the lack of craft in art direction. I thought, actually, personally, I think shone through. I thought some of the stuff was a bit basic. So, but I think we could probably brush up on that next year.
In recent days, there's been widespread reports of ducks behaving in a distinctly unduck-like manner.
BMF has won gold.
Yes.
So that's great. Talk us through it.
It's for a launch of white bread, so the degree of difficulty is probably pretty high. So basically, in a nutshell, the idea was that the bread is for teenagers, it's full of stuff like vitamins. So we took the contrary view that it's not good for ducks.
So remember, good for teens, not for ducks.
And then we produced a TV and press campaign to say, don't feed it to ducks because this affects their behaviour, but give it to your teenagers because it's good to help them grow. I wouldn't say it was classic direct marketing from that point of view, but I think there was a definite push in the jury to try and push direct marketing as far as it could go, rather than just the sort of traditional financial services stuff, etc., that we've all know and love, and really try and make some statements and push the medium as much as it could be pushed, I suppose. So that's why I think, like, going to the Times of India campaign, I wouldn't call it a traditional direct marketing piece either as well. And I think most of the stuff that did win gold was not really traditional direct, except for the piece from Thailand with the T-shirt around the bottom. I loved it. I thought that was 2 golds. I thought that was absolutely sensational, classic product test, product demonstration for washing powder, which, you know, has been advertised for what, 50, 60 years. So I thought it was fantastic.
I think the Grand Prix deserved to be the Grand Prix. I think it was a big enough idea. It was also just big enough in terms of sheer scale. And I think really what the Grand Prix is designed to do is it's designed to provoke, it's designed to you know, stimulate discussion and debate and to push direct further. And I think it certainly does all those things. It may not have been the most creative work in terms of, you know, specific executions, but in terms of its strategy and the effect it had, it was a true Grand Prix, absolutely, without a shadow of doubt.
I hate this country.
There were some things that I really liked about that campaign. The fact that they almost lit a spark, saw the opportunity for something much greater and jumped on that opportunity and really very quickly created a whole social movement. There was a large numeric response. You know, they got 30,000 people voting, they did get people involved. And if you stand right the way back from it and say, the purpose of direct is to engage a response, they certainly engaged a public response.
That work and you say, well, this is something quite different. This is something that is not only a big idea, is not only a big campaign, but this is something that started with a small advertising, and then this small advertising with an idea, with a good DNA, was sent to the world. Okay, it was a direct response advertising, send it to a website, and then you could do a download of a film, inviting people from India to give a step forward. So the guys from the journal, from Times of India, they did a positioning campaign without being so branded, you know. They were smart on that.
I am pretty sure that Cannes is extremely relevant for all the branding clients, for the communication groups. I am also aware that for my more hardcore type of direct marketing client, and actually the ones who are investing the big bucks in what we do, they don't feel they need to come here to see the benchmark of what is relevant for them. But most of the pieces of work we've been exposed here don't have a call to action or an address. And if there is a very small one, you know, it's the smallest type of address I've seen or call to answer. So it's not the same. It's not the same discipline. It's not the same world.
I reckon that at least 50% were charity, pro bono, no, not pro bono, public service, yeah. So the power of emotion was definitely gave people a lot of leverage, and they were truly great ideas. But you know, there weren't many people. After you take out the agency promotions, Christmas cards, selling of direct mail, which seemed to be a common theme, it only left about 7 pieces that were actually selling something.